especially coming from your first experience with Love is Blind and then going on, what made you be willing to go on reality television the second time?
Oh, yeah.
Well, other than God saying you're going to meet your husband there.
Right.
But like, what was it about for you? Because I feel like sometimes people, if they go on to an experience, they'll be like, oh, I did that, but I don't ever want to do that again.
Yeah.
Why were you willing to do reality
so
TV?
good. So I wanted more, a kind of a redemption almost. I went on Love is Blind and I was traumatized.
Girl,
and
me
then I
too.
was like, I'm not doing trauma.
Traumatized.
I said, I'm not doing it. And I had call after call after call. And they were like, AD, like, we think you would be great. And I'm just like, I just don't see that for me. Like, the internet's tearing me to shreds. This is just not going to
Point
work.
us in their direction. Who tearing you to shreds, girl?
Right,
We were rooting
because
for you.
You
were the homegirl. We were like, AD, that's a good girl.
We were rooting for you.
We were over here
loved
being
you.
like, AD is that girl.
What's up, y'all? It's Ashley.
It's Melody.
And Cody here, and you've tapped into
The Mama's Den.
Kick us off, Melly Mel.
Here we go. Welcome back to the den. Okay, y'all.
I'm gonna let her have that.
Today we're gonna have a good episode. Okay, we ain't got no coffee today. We got tea, baby. We got the tea. Okay, y'all ready?
Reality.
Reality. Okay, I like it.
Okay.
That's you. That's your line.
Okay, so but before we get into our reality and our guests, we'll introduce ourselves.
All
Okay,
right.
so for the audience and for our guest, I am Cody Elaine Oliver. I have 3 boys, 6-year-old twins, and an 8-year-old. Love them.
I'm Melanie Fiona. I have 2 kids.
Do you
A
remember them?
9-year-old, a 9-year-old named Cameron. What day is it? A 9-year-old named Cameron and a 3-year-old named Kaya. Yes.
And I
And
am
no help this week.
Ashley. I have 4 daughters, a 16-year-old named Amira, an 9-year-old named Azara, 7-year-old Asia, and a 3-year-old Atalia. Yeah, I know. Say it. Damn. Go ahead.
Damn.
It's beautiful.
Okay, so if you are like me and you love reality TV, okay, especially Love is Blind, because this is me and Melanie's show.
We do. We be talking.
We
Yep.
text each other during it. We talk about it. We have to like decompress and all of the things. You're gonna love who we have today. It's AD.
Woo!
It's our second trimester mama, AD.
Yes.
Okay.
Looking good.
Yes.
Do it again with the ring, girl.
Bling bling. Every
That
time
ring
I
is
come
so
around your
beautiful.
city.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
he's saying good, girl. He's saying good.
Listen, I told him it was this or nothing.
Period.
Oh, I know that's right.
And he said this.
Yes, he said this. That's a good man, Savannah.
Wait, what's your
a good
sign?
man. Yes.
I can't. Melanie might be able to.
I have to talk to her for.
Yeah.
everything.
And I don't know. This is their expertise.
Wait, what's his sign?
He's a Leo.
Oh, okay. What would go well with a Leo? Are you an earth sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
I was gonna say I was like it was giving Scorpio, but I needed to know a little
What
bit.
date?
There
What
was a
date?
mystery. There's a mystery. There's a mystery. yeah.
November 4th.
Okay, October 31st.
Okay, we're right
Love
there.
us.
I love
Okay.
I almost had a Scorpio. Ooh,
Would've been
she's in November
great.
Scorpio. I mean Sagittarius, but
Okay.
she's on the cusp. But
Yeah.
literally the day after, and I had to schedule my induction because she was so tiny. So they were like, when they looked at the day, I said, "No, I had no Scorpio baby."
That's crazy.
I wait the next
Ashley.
day.
She really did go the next day.
I was like, "Wait, I'll wait the next day." No, thank
All
you.
the waters on this
Okay,
side.
so circling back for the folks who love Love is Blind and the folks who don't know what is going on right now.
If you don't know
we
what Love
have,
is Blind is, I don't know where you at.
I mean, sure, but we don't always, folks
Blind.
don't always know every detail, so we got to give them a little something, something.
Yes.
So our queen here, our
Yes.
second trimester queen, AD,
That's so
she
cute.
went on Love is Blind.
Yes.
Didn't things didn't go the way she thought they was gonna go,
Thank
but
God.
she still
way they
found
needed to go.
her
Okay,
I
period.
do.
Well, they did go the way they needed to go.
They went the way God wanted them to
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Okay. So, but she still met her man in Ollie.
Yes.
From a whole nother season of a whole nother country.
Yes, from
of
the
Love is
UK.
Blind. Yes. Oh, do it, Ashley.
Ollie from the UK.
You're gonna
Ollie.
introduce her to
Do
Savannah.
you call him Ollie?
I do. What is his full name?
His name's Oliver.
Oliver. Okay.
Yes,
Ollie.
cute.
Wait, are you gonna have your baby call you Mummy?
Mummy. I was like, wait. So
might
now
happen.
my child is gonna sound like Peppa Pig.
Yes.
And he's just like, yeah.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my! Please make sure she has. Oh, it's a boy or girl. We don't know. You
We
don't
don't
have to tell.
know,
Okay. Well, if
yeah.
it's a boy or girl, it doesn't matter. They need to have a British accent.
Mommy.
And so I need you to
Love.
just
That's
start
the plan.
practicing yours so that it's just very organic
That's
for
the
your
plan.
baby.
He said anything except a Valley accent. He was like, I
Oh, my.
can't have my kid look at me like, Dad. And I'm like,
Bro.
Where are you from, AD?
Boston originally,
Okay.
but then I moved to Charlotte. So then I picked up this little Southern twang.
Okay.
But I'm pretty susceptible to any accent. So
Yes,
I'll
thank
go
you.
to
It
like
happens.
London.
It
Right?
happens. It's a Scorpio thing.
I went to London and people will be like, "Oh, she's got such a good accent," and I'm like,
Do it. Can you do your British
"No, I
accent?
can't do it now.
She can do it
I
there.
have to be amongst my people."
Yes.
Yeah. I can't
Immerse.
just
Maybe
do
you
it.
need have acting in your future.
Acting is in my past. It's in my present. It's in my future.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look how I
Yeah.
clock that.
But she ain't acting like she in love. She in love.
She in
so
love.
she and Ollie are engaged and
We are.
expecting a baby.
Yes.
So can we talk a little bit about how, like, just a little bit about y'all's love journey? How did you know
Yes.
that's your man?
Right.
Ooh, okay. So I can only say so much. Ollie and I met last summer
Okay.
filming Perfect Match. And again, we came from the Love is Blind franchise. He came from UK. I did the Charlotte US version. And I don't know, immediate sparks, like as soon as I saw him, I was like, yeah. And I didn't watch his season. He didn't watch mine.
Oh, I
no.
did. I watched
So-
both of them.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
She said
How
I knew
was
more about
he?
both of y'all.
I loved him.
He was, yes.
We
were rooting for him.
you haven't watched it yet?
I skimmed it.
Girl.
I can't. I
said that's
can't
my
bring
man.
myself
What
to do
Because
it.
you don't want to see him with nobody else?
No.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
No.
That's
I
fair.
don't
I
want to
get
see
it.
it.
fair.
don't
I
wanna
get
see
it. Because I wouldn't want to watch.
No,
She
you
is.
don't.
Actually, I did watch it. My husband, I was friends with his. It doesn't matter. It's not
But
important.
you didn't want to.
No, well, when it happened, we were friends. I wasn't romantically involved
Right.
with him. But to that point, I will tell you, he was a stand-up guy.
Come on, Ollie.
And we were rooting for
And
him.
is.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. So I wasn't, when you guys popped out, I was like, well, where the hell this happened from? I don't know how y'all be keeping these secrets, child. Like, how do y'all live your lives like this?
NDAs.
Oh.
NDAs. The
They're
law.
real.
The threat
law.
of
Okay,
the
I have
law.
I have a question because I think, especially coming from your first experience with Love is Blind and then going on, what made you be willing to go on reality television the second time?
Oh, yeah.
Well, other than God saying you're going to meet your husband there.
Right.
But like, what was it about for you? Because I feel like sometimes people, if they go on to an experience, they'll be like, oh, I did that, but I don't ever want to do that
trauma.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why were you willing to do
That's
reality
so
TV? then?
good. So I wanted more, a kind of a redemption almost. I went on Love is Blind and I was traumatized.
Girl, me
And then I
too.
was like, I'm not doing trauma.
Traumatized.
I said I'm not doing it, and I had call after call after call, and they were like, "AD, like we think you would be great," and I'm just like, I just don't see that for me. Like the internet's tearing me to shreds. This is just not gonna. This is not gonna
Point
work.
us in their direction. Who tearing you to shreds, girl?
No,
We were rooting
because
for
we
you.
were- you
You
was
were the
reading
homegirl. We
wrong
were like, AD,
websites.
that's a good girl.
We were rooting for you.
We were over here
loved
being
you.
like, AD is that girl.
Thank
AD is
you.
that
Yes,
girl.
that's-
Y'all know how the meme just gets louder
Yeah.
for some reason. So that's all I saw. And then I got approached to do a whole different show, like a competition show. And I was, the day before I was supposed to leave, I called my publicist and I was like, something doesn't feel right. Like, this is not adding up. It just doesn't feel right. And she was like, if it doesn't feel right to you. And I said, you know what, let me talk to God for a second. He said, this ain't it. And the day I called, I was like, y'all, I'm not coming. Like, I'm just not coming. They were like, oh, and I was like, sorry.
Yeah.
And then I got the call for Perfect Match. And I was like, and then I was like, this is a fun, lightheart, upbeat. Like I get to be cute in a bikini. Like
We
just
did
with a
like
bunch of
watching
people.
you in
where that
bikini.
goes.
Because we gonna talk. Listen, as a fan from Love Is Blind, the body was the body.
Okay.
That is all we
Baby.
talked about. Every day I would be
AD.
like, Melon, do you see her?
AD has self care under control. Okay, the body is body.
Everything. Girl, I
Okay.
started following you on Instagram. And I was like, where's she posting that body? I want to see that body again, girl.
Give us the routine,
Where that body at?
sis.
Listen, God and squats and
squats
Jesus.
and
Yes.
Jesus.
I know that's right.
I love it.
No, but then I was like, I just want to go have fun.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care. I'm just gonna go do my thing. And I get there and then this man walks in the door and I'm like, holy hell. Like immediately. And again, it started off as all fun and games and we were all just lollygagging and being hot in bikinis and swim trunks. And then I don't know, I was like, this is not a game anymore. It's not a game anymore.
You're like, I'm ready to leave with my man.
Yeah.
Wait,
Sober.
okay.
Yeah.
So to your point, you were scared. What did you learn about yourself from the past show that made you even open
Yeah.
to him when
Yeah.
you met him, you know, because when we leave some situations, it could just have us like shut all the way off. So what did you do any work, or what did you do, or what happened between that process of that to this?
A lot of work for
Okay.
sure. I was in therapy prior to Love is Blind, doing a lot of self-work. I'm such a mental health advocate, and I just believe that like you got to work on yourself before you can go expose yourself, right?
Yeah.
So I got that, and then after the show, still in therapy, again doing the work, but never in my head was I thinking I wasn't deserving of
Yeah.
love.
There you
I
go.
knew that my path had love in it, and I knew it was going to be real, and I knew it was going to be raw, but I was never like, I don't deserve it. I was like, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
This ain't it, but I'm going to get it. And I didn't think it was going to come from perfect match at all, but I knew that I was going to find it. So I was never giving up on love. And I think one thing that show taught me is that I am pretty resilient, especially when I don't feel that like I am. But it also showed me that I am deserving, and I'm a good person.
You could cuss
say
it.
it,
Okay,
You can say
I'm a
say-
good fucking person.
You know
Yeah,
what I learned
absolutely.
from your season? Your mom. It's your sister. Was it your sister or your friend? Who was there? I can't remember, girl. I have 4 kids.
I don't know my
Damn.
You
mom,
had, like-
but I also have a bunch of sisters.
Yeah, the little crew was with you.
Oh,
at the
those are
end.
all my sisters and my mom.
Okay,
that's
yes.
right.
I said when
We
I
ride
saw
at
that-
dawn.
Yeah, no.
Y'all ready?
We ride
Girl,
at dawn.
Like the Chias.
That right there, I'm about to cry. That gives me chills every time. I know. But I have 4 girls. And that was like, that is why she is that girl.
Yeah.
Because, oh, baby, here.
I just love my people. I
Yes.
love my mom. I love my sisters, and they had my back.
Yeah, they did. But I
Yeah.
think the love that they poured into you is an example of why you were like, oh, I'm going to find my love
Yeah.
story. Even if it's not here, it's just like, I'm deserving of this. And I think it's really telling the type of mother that you have is the reason why you're the woman that you are.
Mommy, did you hear that?
She did. She's listening.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
I'm so happy
And so
for
when
you.
what was it about Ollie that made you know?
First of all, have you seen the man?
He is
I mean,
kind,
we
girl.
can't comment.
Respectfully. I can. I'm married.
Respectfully.
He
Okay,
fine.
thank
I have
you.
eyes.
No, he's gorgeous, and he is so kind. He's kind, and that was top on my list. He's kind. He's humble. He's loving. He's gentle. He comes from such a loving family. His mom is amazing. His sister's dad, family is amazing. And he wants a family. He wants a wife. He wants to be a husband. He wants to be a father. And those are things that I'm just like, are we on perfect match? Like, where are we? Why are we talking about kids on day 3? Like, we're so Love is Blind coded that like
Right.
every conversation is so intense, like
Yeah.
right off
So
rip.
that's what I was gonna say. I was like,
Yeah.
from Love is Blind, do you feel like that kind of has made you this very like forthcoming, vulnerable person? Like all the cards are on the table.
Immediately, because I know
So that's good.
I know
Yeah.
what it's like to play games, and I know what it's like to ask, do you want kids on day 1? It's not weird. That's not a weird question.
No, it's
because
not.
why would I waste 100 more days
Girl.
and you don't want kids? Like, these are questions that, like, at first I thought it was weird. Like, oh, wait it out. What do they call it when you're like just like not dating, but you're like in that interim
Situation.
Talking
just
and I don't know.
talking,
It's
like-
all dumb.
I'm
we
not
always
doing
talking.
that.
Everybody
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah,
There's nothing special about that.
Let's
Let's
So
talk about
ridiculous.
something.
You know
Yeah,
what's
we
so
always
crazy is that
talking.
I'm very much this way. I remember going on a date once with a guy, and I remember just asking him, I'm like, do you want kids? Like, not because I wanted them with him.
Right.
Yeah.
But I
wanna
just asked him.
know.
We never went on a date again because I think he got really scared. But I was like, yeah, and that was never supposed to be my man anyways. But I remember being like, oh, he got scared by that. I saw him get scared by that question. I was like, this is just if we were not if you weren't interested in sleeping with me right now, the
Girl.
possibility that I could be your baby mama,
Right.
we would just be friends having this conversation. You would never feel offended. I do believe that I feel like just ask the questions.
Well, you know I do.
I believe, ask the questions. If I love you, I'm going to tell you I love you. I don't care. You don't need to say it back.
I'm
If
like
I feel
that
that
too,
way, I'm
yeah.
going to say it.
Yeah, I agree.
I fully believe that. So I think that's something that I think I really do respect from Love is Blind. And just like, you had to be honest. You have to be willing to
have
go
to,
in to
you
find
have
it.
to,
If
yeah.
it's not for you, it's going
Yeah.
to run away.
100%.
You know,
yeah.
at a
Yeah.
question,
Yeah.
you get asked a question and you get scared. That's crazy.
Listen.
Yeah. So I love that.
Oh, go ahead.
No.
Okay, so getting engaged and then finding, I don't know if the order of things, but it seemed like y'all got engaged, then you found out
We
you were
did,
pregnant.
correct, yeah.
Was that scary? Were you trying to do things a certain order?
Um, Okay, so again, we are extremely Love is Blind coded. So we were pretty,
Yeah.
we were on the same page pretty soon in our relationship. And again, we talked about kids almost immediately. And this is the order we wanted. We didn't care when the baby came or when I got pregnant or whatever, but the order is that we got proposed. I got engaged. He proposed to me in like February, and we had so much fun celebrating
Yes.
that proposal. And
Yep, make it happen.
Yep.
Let's go.
and we're just so happy. You know, we're just really, really fortunate, really, really blessed, and we're already talking about baby number 2. Like,
Girl.
Oh, you are
Yeah.
in
I'm
love.
stuck. No, I'm stuck. So,
I love this for you.
Wow.
This just brings me so much joy because I really love my husband and I would give him 10 babies, but I'm not. But I give him 4. But I get it. I understand that feeling. Like when you meet someone, especially the first word you said about him is that he's kind. It just does something to you. It does something to you, like to feel so safe with someone and to know like you really care about me, like you really like will do anything for me. I'm gonna give you all the babies.
all the babies, yeah, immediately, yeah.
I love this. Wait, okay, so speaking about the pregnancy, because we talked about your body and how it was like that thing, how has that journey been for you with your body changing and like embracing pregnancy? Because you kind of known as the girl with the banging body, like how has that made you feel?
Body still banging.
Yeah, okay,
I know
period.
that's
Body's
right.
still
Still
banging
going
and
crazy.
bumping. I know
It
that's
is.
right.
It
Still
is.
going crazy, but it has been an
Still going
adjustment.
I love it. Still going crazy.
Still, just for the record. No, I think my body through life has been pretty much the same, which is I grew up dancing. I'm pretty physical. Like I'm always in the gym doing Pilates. I was an NBA dancer, NFL dancer. So my body has always had to be on point. Since I retired, I've been able to relax a little bit. Now I'm just more in the fitness and just Pilates and taking it slow. And so it did take some getting used to. Like I'll look at myself and I'm like, not an ab in sight, not an ab in sight. And like, I'll be like, I'll lift up my shirt. I'm like, babe, do you like my belly? He's like, what belly? I'm like, oh, I knew I'd what. Like, and he just like, I think having such an amazing partner helps me embrace every little roll or stretch mark or anything. Like it's almost like he sees it like better.
Yeah.
Like everything better. You know what he said to me yesterday? We were on FaceTime and I'm just like laughing, giggling, whatever. And he's like, I think you look better now that your Botox is fading. And I said, oh. And he was like, no, like your muscles look relaxed, your face looks, and I was just like,
You know what, though?
thank you,
Still.
honey. And he's just like, you're stunning. Like I'm seeing your face move in ways. It's never moved.
But
you
but
know
that's
what,
real
though?
love.
Appreciate all of it.
But, can you,
Yeah.
but like for real though, if you unpack it in the way like people are like, what? Like how dare you? But at the same time, he's seeing you for you.
Yeah.
And the things that sometimes we just, like you said, we don't see in ourselves.
Yeah.
And so he's acknowledging that. And some people will be like, yo, that's crazy to say.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's really
No,
not.
I loved
Yeah.
it.
Because also I
Yeah.
think it's one of those things when you have somebody that's your life partner, you're going through these things like we talk about for richer, for poor, for sickness and health, and till death do us part. You know, will you love me when I'm old and gray? These are things that happen.
Yeah.
And sometimes we do become concerned, or we might keep in the back of minds, like, will that person, you know, like love me as I grow, as I
Yeah.
age, as I stretch, as I, you know, all these things. So I actually think that I love that he told you in his own way, like, hey, like, I like that.
Yeah.
Which is, I love
And it's
it.
even a more natural you than he knew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's watched
He's
you
getting,
change.
yeah, all of it, and he's loving it,
Yes.
and he's embracing it, and he's so complimentative that it's just I have a different level of confidence now. I glow different, I move different. I like even when I'm posting on social media, I'm like, I don't care if anybody likes this.
Yeah.
I know
Because my
I know,
man
right.
loves it.
that's all I care about right now. So
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How
He was in a
has-
love bubble.
outside of body changes, how has this pregnancy or becoming a mom
Yeah.
changed you?
I would say it's grounded me. I think I thought becoming pregnant was going to be so scary. I feel so grounded and I feel right where I need to be. I don't even know how else to explain it. Like, I just remember pregnancy being so daunting and being like, I have to do this by myself. And that's all, that's all a lot of us know is like the struggle and the single mom and the this. And
Yeah.
it was all so daunting. But as soon as I saw like the positive, I was just like, just exhale. And I felt safe. and I felt protected. And I just feel like this is exactly where I'm supposed to be right here, right now, is with child, with my fiance, right here. I don't know. I just feel good.
So how did you find out? You know, did you plan and then say, okay, we're going to take a test, or did you feel it? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I always think of Will and Jada. Jada says that she's like, I knew when I got pregnant. She's like, my uterus locked. And she's like, I felt it. I knew it. You know, like, remember the moment. I remember the moment I got pregnant. She says that. So like, did you have, you know, how did you find out? How did you share the news with Ollie and your family? Like, what was that moment like for you? Because, child, I'm going to tell you right now, I stood in front of the mirror naked looking at my body like, wait a second. There's a baby in there? Yeah. Like, I was in shock.
Yeah.
And it was the day before my birthday when I first found out I was pregnant. So, like, what was the experience like for you?
Okay, you know, women's intuition and you know your body. So, but you know, like PMS and pregnancy symptoms kind of feel the same. So you never know. And you don't want to like drive yourself crazy thinking like, oh, I'm about to be pregnant, and the whole time is just bloating.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I have a strong intuition that I could be pregnant right now. But I didn't want to say anything to him. I didn't want to freak him out, even though he wouldn't be freaked out. I just didn't want to say anything in case I started my period and then I started this whole thing. So I just kept going, but I knew. And it was like the morning I had to be in LA, and we were at my apartment in Charlotte. And I was like, I have to leave for LA for 5 days, but I can't leave without taking the test, because I can't call him. I'm gonna take it regardless, but I can't call him from LA and be like, babe, guess what? So I was like, you know what? I mustered up what little pee I had. Listen, and my Uber was like 10 minutes away, and he's knocked out sleep. And I'm like, I squeezed out whatever I could, took the test before, you know.
She's
Like, he wasn't even up the stick, and
Yeah.
it was blue, positive blue. It wasn't even up the, I literally was like, oh. Immediately,
wow.
immediately.
Like, you was pregnant.
Pregnant.
Yeah.
And so I'm shaking. I'm like, okay, this is amazing.
Right.
Uber's 6 minutes away. And so I go, I set up my camera. I'm like, babe, can you come help me get something off the shelf? Mind you, there's no shelves. I don't know. There was nothing in my bathroom I couldn't reach. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, kind of like right now.
Of course he said yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And then he walks to the bathroom. I'm like, babe, I love you so much. He's like, I love you too. And I'm like, no, I mean, like, I love you with all of my heart. Like, I love you so much. And he's like, I love you too. And then I just kind of move out the way, and I show him the test, and he's like, what? And I'm just like, and we just held each other. And then I was like, my Uber's outside.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I got a blast. And I literally just left him there with that thought. And he told me as soon as I left, he just sat there and was like,
You know what's so crazy? This is literally exactly how I found out I was pregnant too. I was leaving to go to New Orleans.
Oh my God.
And I was leaving in a car. I took my shower before leaving, told him I was pregnant, and then I left.
Gotta go.
That's wild.
Got a blast.
Yes, got a blast. This is exactly the same story.
That
And
is
I should ask him what he did after I left. Right.
Shock?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
funny. Wow.
Yeah.
And then once you found out you were pregnant, what did you have any symptoms? Did you have any like morning sickness? Like, what was the process like? Because it's almost like, you know, it's one of those things where people are like, oh, well, you know, once you name it, then it has a life.
Yeah.
Because like, were you feeling anything? Were you feeling?
So again, like, my PMS symptoms are so similar to early pregnancy. So I was feeling everything already, but again, I kept it pretty low key. But as soon as I peed on that stick, now I'm throwing up.
Yeah,
Now
no.
I'm sick. I can't
Yeah,
breathe,
yeah, yeah.
can't walk. Everything that could happen in those first few months happened. I was down so bad. But second trimester is heaven sent.
Oh, you're feeling better.
Oh, so
That's
much
great.
better.
That's
so much
good.
better.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, I was down bad.
Wait, so have you all talked about or decided like what kind of birth situation you want to have? Like, do you think about that? Do you want to do a home birth? Do you want to be at a hospital? Are you going to get a doula? Have you
You're
thought
gonna
about
go
any
to
of these
London.
things? Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you want to have the baby in
I
London? So they have
know.
dual citizenship.
So many things. We need some referrals.
Okay.
Yeah, for
sure.
All the referrals. But we haven't really talked too much about that. I'm pretty nonchalant. I do plan on getting a doula.
Okay.
I do plan on like having some extra support. probably be in a hospital.
Okay.
Or if the baby comes in the car, then, you know.
Right.
however-
Girl, not you
however
being
the baby
nonchalant
comes.
about having a whole baby,
I
though.
know. I just
I was
like,
the
again,
same
I
way.
just feel
Maybe
I
I
watched
need grown
videos
up.
of like all the different places people have given birth from,
Yeah.
and read a whole book about it. But like from the car to the hallway of the hospital, I'm like, you know what? Wherever it,
can be
happens
done.
is
Yeah.
where it happens.
Yeah.
That is true.
And
You
what
gotta-
about parenting styles? Like, do you know the type of mom you want to be based off of how your mom was with you, or, you know, how your mom wasn't with you? I think that something that we talk about a lot on the podcast is, you know, we take what we need and we leave the rest,
Yeah.
or we learn and then we unlearn. Versus like how Ollie is, and what are you guys aligned with? Like, is he more easygoing? Are you more strict? Vice versa? What is it?
I think we're extremely aligned on how we want to parent. As far as what I want to take from my mom, I want to take as much as I can from my mom. She's just an amazing person, and I think the way she raised my mom had 5 girls and 2 boys, so my mom had 7 children.
Girl. Oh, my.
And obviously being now, talking about my mom, now being a full grown adult, I know that my mom sacrificed, and she sacrificed a little bit too much. And I think one thing that I'll probably do less of is lose myself. I think my mom lost herself and her children because we were her life.
Yeah.
It's also
And
a
I
lot of
want to
y'all.
I want to have myself and my kids and my family and do it all. And I think that's why I love being around women like you guys. Like, I get so inspired by working women that are moving, making things happen, and still being a mom. And I think that's really important for me. I want to be a working mom. I want to be like an attentive mom, and I want to be there, but I also want to have myself. And I think that's really important. And Ollie is so open to that. He's like, whatever you need to do, wherever you want to, wherever this life takes you, like, we're so aligned in that. So
I will give you this little bit of advice too, though. I think that because like I was a professional dancer as well, and then when I had my first daughter, I was just like, ugh, like I had to recreate my life a little bit. I was in New York, I had to move back to Ohio, like everything was just changing. Also, give yourself grace to know that like your perspective of motherhood may change once you see that baby.
Right.
You may be like, I want to be a
Yeah.
working mom. You might see that baby like, I never want to leave. And that's okay too.
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
okay for you to go through that journey. If you decide I want to pick back up and start working, or if you're like, I want to take a little break and stay home. Like either way is fine. I just want you to know that it is okay.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
well, you like to go and flow, child. You gonna have the baby at the grocery store.
listen, how the baby gets here?
Right.
Yeah.
But just keep in mind that like you absolutely can change your mind
Oh, thank
at any
you.
time.
Thank
And that's
you.
okay too.
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you feeling about being in the public eye as a mom?
Are you gonna give us pictures of the baby's toe? Child, listen, I don't want to see it. If you ain't gonna show me the baby
No,
face,
in the Mama Send text thread, you send
Yeah,
those pictures.
then I'll be
Whatever the
okay.
internet
We'll
gives
keep
us.
them. We'll keep them
Yes.
safe.
They can get a
NDAs
toe.
included.
don't
Okay,
be posting
that
no I don't want to see the back of that baby head until you're ready to let me see that baby.
Don't post
face.
until
Don't
you can
post
see
the
the
baby.
face.
No.
No, I know. We're kind of against that. I don't know. We haven't really discussed how we'll go social media with the baby and how public we'll go.
Okay.
I'm very protective. I might be nonchalant in other ways, but
Yeah.
I'm very, very protective.
You're a
Even
mama bear.
now, like, don't comment on my belly, don't talk about my belly, don't talk about my baby, don't talk about my family. Like, I'm very
Well, that's
protective
right.
in that
Yeah.
that aspect. But we'll see. Again, we'll see.
Wait, would you and Ollie ever be open to doing like a reality TV show that's like y'all about your life and about raising your baby?
We're already pitching.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay, well, it must be about to happen because I said it.
No, we want to. We're open to that
Okay.
because I think we have such a cool dynamic
Yeah.
and the way that we met and merging 2 cultures and 2 different countries and 2 different everything
Yeah.
and raising a
And
baby
a beautiful relationship,
Beautiful,
healthy and
yeah.
kind and
Listen,
supportive and safe.
listen.
And can we see more
Can we
stories of
see
that?
That
happiness?
part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we see that?
Yeah.
Well, we know all about that black love.
Come on, Black.
Okay,
love.
we know all about that black love. Okay, I'm gonna hit the reverse Uno card.
Uh-oh.
Do you have any questions for us?
Oh, I
Oh
love
my
that.
gosh.
Motherhood.
We were
questions.
once
Motherhood
pregnant.
questions, because we
Or-
were
or
once
twice.
pregnant. Like I'll even lead with this, even too. You know, back to something Ashley said. I've been on a journey. I was always like, I want one kid. I don't need any more kids. And then 6 years later, I had a second kid, and so now I have a daughter. She's 3. And I also, you know, my background, which is so weird. I feel weird every time I have to say this, is I'm a singer. I'm a musician.
What?
Right.
Girl.
That
So
Grammys?
interesting.
What?
That is
That
very
is
interesting.
crazy. Who
Crazy.
are you?
Me,
Who am
Millie
I-
Fiona.
who
Okay,
have I
we're
been
gonna stop right
sitting
there.
by this whole
Okay.
time?
Okay, we're gonna stop it. It kills me.
Spotify
No, but-
next to me.
I know, right?
no, but it's been a journey for me. And, a lot of people have been like, oh, well, why did you stop doing music? And I was like, I never actually stopped doing music. I just built a life while making a living.
Yeah.
And these are words that I stand by truly. And then we've gone through this conversation of mom guilt and what that's like. And I'd lived in that space for a long time. And then, like, over the last couple of years, I'm like, I don't have mom guilt. That's over. I'm done. I'm living my life. It's back.
Yeah.
It's back.
Wow.
It's back. And I don't know if it's because my daughter is 3 now and like she's becoming more attached to me, and like my demand for what Ashley was saying, like before I used to be like, okay, bye. But now she's like, I miss you, mommy. I love you, mommy. When do you come back? And every time I come back, she's like, you came back, mommy. And I'm like, I'm always coming back. And in fact, I'm never leaving again. Like, it really changes. And now I feel this. It's not even the guilt, it's the desire to be with my children as much as possible, even though they drive me nuts this week. But like
you was going through it.
you know what I mean? But it's the love. Like, it's like, I want to be there for all of it, even the stress sometimes, and then leaving here and coming and I get to do this. But I think the point is that it's a journey. And so that's why I say, like, ask us questions. Like, this is what we love. Like, we want to be able to pour into you, to pour into all the moms listening out there. And sometimes it just takes somebody asking the question, like, what was this like for you? For us to be able to share what our experiences are, because we're all different.
Okay. Did y'all breastfeed?
I did.
Yes.
You did.
We
Yeah.
I did. Very short.
Very short.
Very short. Very demure. Very, very nice.
But I
Titties
had,
still hang low, though. They still hang low.
I got formula very early
Okay.
just for my own peace of mind. So I
Okay.
breastfed the first one for a year and then the twins for 10 months. But I got formula so that I didn't have to be stressed.
Okay.
I supplemented from the beginning because my milk didn't come in for a week with my first. I supplemented immediately. My son was hungry. I wasn't producing a lot of milk. By the time I got by the way, my period came back the first, I think it was like 3 months. My period came back. Yeah, 3 months it came back to the date. By 6 months, I'd gotten into the groove of breastfeeding. I loved it. I was loving it. And my milk was like, we're leaving now.
Really?
We're leaving. Goodbye.
Really?
And I was
We're
so
leaving.
sad.
Oh.
I was so sad. With my second, my milk came in. I was pumping nonstop. I was also supplementing as well. It was so crazy. And by 3 months, I was like, I hate this.
Yeah.
Really?
I was so stressed. I was so tired.
Yeah.
My period came back at 2 months after. So when they say that, like, when the hormone comes back, it can affect how your milk production is. And my milk production was like, yeah, we're done here.
done,
And I remember being so sad because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm making milk. And then all of a sudden I was so stressed and we were having latch issues from the beginning. It was painful. It was all these things. And it was my husband that turned to me and he was like, stop.
Yeah.
And I was like, stop, but why? I mean, it's 3 months. And he's like, why are you going to stress yourself out to do this? Like, you've done what you can do. And I don't know what it
and she's
was.
gonna be
There was just something that just gave me the permission to just be like,
Yeah.
you can give, you can stop.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this. Why are you going to do this? And I remember being sad for like a day. And girl, I put that pump away. And I was like, I pumped everything that I could out for the rest, stored it. And I was like, and we're done here.
Okay.
And I was okay. I was fine. My daughter's great. She's healthy. She's smart. Like all these things that people, say. And I think everybody's got to do what works for them. That's my stance on it. That's my belief. My body was signaling to me, hey, I don't know if we're going to do this for much longer. So I did the best I could and I moved on and I released the shame or the guilt of like something's wrong with my body or like now I don't want to and maybe I should. My happiness and my stress was way more important to me the second time around. And so I was
Is it
fine with
something
it.
you want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gone down this TikTok spiral of
Breastfeeding.
breastfeeding, and I don't know. It's just I want to try.
Yeah,
I want to
should if
see,
you
but
can. I had a different experience than her. I breastfed all 4 of my children for over like 13, 14, between 13 and 14 months. And I breastfed them all from the moment my milk came in immediately. I even had milk in my underarms, child. as I had breast tissue in my underarm. So like I got like a nodule in my underarm.
I sent you the thing in the chat. Did you see it?
No.
This woman said it. She was like, your breast tissue. She's like, did you know when you're pregnant, your breast tissue can grow into your underarms and you can get breast milk?
No, I've always
I
had
know
breast.
that 'cause
But it's a real
yeah, no, I've
thing.
always had
Yeah.
breast tissue in my underarm. So it's like a thing in my family. We all have this little extra fat in our underarm, and I'm like, what is that? But it's breast tissue. So every time I would get pregnant, it would there would be like a nodule there, and there was breast milk in there. It's very weird, but I know. I feel like the thing with breastfeeding for me that I usually tell people is, if it's something that you really want to do, then you have to you don't have to understand, but part of understanding is that it's going to be uncomfortable in the very beginning because your body's not used to something sucking on your nipples every 2 to 3 hours. So it does hurt. Like that's a reality in the beginning. It does hurt and your nipples get sore. But if you stick with it, for me, I felt like it was a very amazing experience being able to feed the children from my body. I had all this milk, so I was like, why not give it to them? And it was like, you get tired sometimes though. Like the middle two, really the last three, they wouldn't take bottles, so they would only feed from me. Which was it got to a point where I was like, okay, now I'm gonna have to figure something out.
Well, also, that was some back-to-back stuff, girl.
It was.
2 of yours are a year
Yeah,
apart.
my 2 middle ones are like 20 months apart. So that was a lot. And then the last 2 or 3 years apart. So it was like as soon as I got over that journey, then I was pregnant again. But I felt, I don't know, for me, it's something that I really enjoyed. It made me feel really close to my babies. It just made me feel good and felt like I have milk and I'm feeding them and it's there. Do you know what I mean? But I think it definitely has to be a decision that you make. But as long as you understand that like the beginning can be hard and you're going to be tired, and when you have to wake up every 2 to 3 hours, like that can be very daunting. But if I tell people to plan to do it. If you're going to plan to do it, plan to do it and have your partner understand, and then go down that rabbit hole and get all the tips and learn. But then you're going to do what feels best for you. You're going to hold your baby how you want to hold your baby when you're breastfeeding, and it's just something that you have to go through on your own.
And then there's so many resources out there for it, like lactation consultants. Like
get a lactation consultant.
Like I mean,
I was
I
going
need
to
all the
suggest
referrals.
that when you're
and get the silver nipple
interviewing-
cups.
when you're
People don't talk
interviewing
about the silver nipple
doulas,
cups.
ask if they're a lactation consultant as well, because you might get a 2-in-1, or you can find somebody else, but you probably can get a 2-in-1.
That is something that I did with my last child. I got a doula, a postpartum doula, and it was the best decision that I ever made because they're just literally, their job is to just focus on you. And the thing is if your parents want to be super involved, it's actually great to have that doula because your parents can come and just hold the baby
Enjoy.
and just enjoy. And this doula is like checking you and making sure you're not bleeding too much and getting you pads.
Cooking
and my doula
for
cooked.
you,
And
She
massaging
cooked.
you.
Yeah.
Referrals,
And
referrals,
wrapping you.
referrals.
Yes.
We got you. We got you.
We got you.
Yeah.
No, it really does take a village.
Yeah,
it really does. And that's part of the reason why we started this community, was because we wanted to talk. We wanted to be able to share our experiences so that women could find themselves in their stories. Like we just all shared 3 different breastfeeding experiences.
Right.
All 3. There's millions of ways it can go down for you. So you just got to go with the flow though. I think the one thing that I will say is that like your health and happiness is paramount. I stand by that for whatever decisions are made.
Yeah.
Labor, delivery, postpartum care, marriage, all of it. I really do believe that the health and happiness, they've said, they've done studies that the most important aspect that can affect a child's success and happiness in life is the happiness of the mother. And this is why we do this, because it's really, really important. But you got you a good man, Savannah, so you know that's already the best place
Speaking
to
of
start.
that, you're planning 2 weddings?
2 weddings.
Okay, so one in the U.S. and one in the U.K.?
Yes.
One in the U.S. and one in the U.K.
One in London. Yeah, where because he's not American, and this administration we're under, it makes things tricky.
Yep.
So I'm pregnant. I can't have them shipping my man out of here. So we're having conversations with immigration lawyers every week. We're trying to get it all together, and then we plan on doing something really big and beautiful next summer in London.
Okay. Wait, are both next year? Or are you getting married?
We're getting married this year.
Okay.
And then we're going to do something really big next year in London.
Do you want to live in the U.S. or the U.K.?
And take us with you, please.
Right. No, right now. Right now, it's giving. We'll be here for a few years, see what
Okay.
it looks like. But I think ultimately, the plan is to kind of settle in London.
Yes, girl. Be on Ladies of London on Bravo, honey. You know that's a show. Okay, bring it
Wait,
back.
what?
And
Is it?
they're
Yes.
starting Real Housewives of London.
And you're gonna be
They
on
just
it.
launched that trailer, so
Oh, really?
Give me a year or two.
Yes.
I am here.
I'm gonna be an auntie. I'm coming to London.
Come.
Yes, girl. Hold the
Okay,
baby.
I'm out.
I love
Canada or the UK. Those are my options.
Yeah, London's beautiful. I love London.
Aw. Well, this is. Do you have any more questions?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah. Ask.
Probably.
She said probably. Look at the
Right.
notebook.
How can you if you had to?
Do you have any marriage
describe-
questions?
This is where we're
Okay.
going. Okay. Do you think that raising your children married would have been different had you done it single, or do you think that your morals and everything that you brought into your marriage are the same?
No. So I had my
Absolutely
first child not married,
Okay.
and then my last 3 were married. For me personally, I don't feel like there's been a difference. The only difference in me getting married for me is just I like being called a wife. Like it really is very surface.
Yeah.
Because it is literally. I like being called a wife because even my spiritual alignment has that's not something that matters to me. You know what I mean? Jesus was married, so it's fine. That's how I look at it. But I just feel like that is the only difference that's happened in my relationship. Now everyone's relationship is different, but with my husband and I, when we got together, like we were committed to one another. We were together, living together, committed for 7 years prior to us getting married. In the home, raising our child. His level of commitment to me has never changed. His level of commitment to our daughter has never changed. Our conversations have never changed as far as how are we raising our children? What are they going to eat? What religion do we want to give them? How are we going to raise them? Are we whipping? Are we not whipping? None of that has changed. We have been a unit since the moment we got pregnant, because it wasn't before. We were just like hanging out. And then we found out we were pregnant. We were like, oh, okay, I guess I got to be serious about this situation. Whoopsie. But I just feel like there hasn't been a difference for me because to me, when I think people think about marriage, they think about commitment.
Yeah.
But if the commitment is already there, which to me it should be, like, well, I'm not going to wait to find out what kind of husband you are once I'm married. Like, I need to know how are you committed prior to. That's just been my experience, that my husband has always been committed to me and to our family and to being an amazing father, an amazing partner. And then when you go to the doctor and they're like, that was ghetto, like in the beginning for me when I would go and my last name was different than my daughter's. And they're like, are you her mom? And then she already light-skinned because her daddy Asian. So I'm just looking like the nanny. Like, this is my child.
The nanny is crazy.
Yeah, but you can change your last name without getting married. To me, that was it. It was just us all having the last name and being like, I'm on my husband's insurance. But that was it. It's been the same the whole time.
I love that.
Yeah. I don't know about you.
I was pregnant before being engaged. We were in a relationship. Yeah, we were together. Yeah, we were dating. We had just gotten back together, in fact. We got back together. We dated for a year, broke up for like 6 months. And then 6 months later, I was pregnant. Quick. But I knew that it was him. I knew it. But it's interesting because the first thing I said to him, when we had gotten back together, we got back together with the plan and with the idea and the energy of we're going to do life together. Whatever that looks like, we're working towards the future together. When I got pregnant, the first thing I said to him, I said, don't go and propose to me, please. Do not.
Yeah.
I don't go propose to me. I was like, do not go propose to me. This was not what we were, was it on our bingo card right now? Please don't do it.
Right.
So we had our son. We were not married. And I did say, though, that if we were to ever have another child, I would like to be married. And I think, too, for me, it really wasn't about like, well, I'm not having a child out of wedlock. It's like we were committed. We were already together. But I think for me, I do value the sanctity of marriage from a spiritual union perspective. It is, I think it's gotten lost because I think a lot of people talk about, well, marriage isn't it forever and you can be with somebody that did it. Okay, but I would not marry that person.
Right.
You know,
Right.
That's not the person I would marry. Now, mind you, people marry people and then things change and they divorce and that happens. And I think because people see that, they don't put the respect, I think, what marriage really is and what it should be when you're making a committed, informed, healthy, healed decision to build a life with someone. That's the place I knew that I was at. So I wanted to be married. So we got married in the pandemic just because but this was before we even knew we were having another kid. We just our son was 4
or 5?
6, 16, 5, 4. He was 4. And we got, we went and we did it. We wanted to do that with each other. We wanted to make that next level of commitment together. Then we got pregnant a year later. We had our daughter. And then we had another wedding with our families because we got married in the pandemic and nobody was there. And so we took our commitment, devotion, our vows, our renewal to another level. And I think that for me has been the importance of marriage for us. But we've been committed and I think aligning on when and how to get married really made our relationship stronger and energetically. I'm just very spiritual. I go off of energy, and I think that that's what it was for us and for me. But you know, the commitment of how we wanted to be together was there from the beginning.
Yeah.
And so again, being aligned with your partner, knowing that there's love and respect and a common goal, that's the best place to start. But you know, the marriage is beautiful, and you get to have a fun wedding, your families get to come together, and your children also get to see that. You know, both of my husband and I come from families where our parents are still married. My parents have been married for 50 years this year. And so I think that, you know, for us personally, that was something that we connected on immediately, that we came from parents who were married for a really long time. And it kind of gave us this foundation about like, okay, well, we saw what we saw. How would we do it differently now for us? You know?
Yeah.
Take what you need and leave the rest.
Cody was married before she had any children because she's just
So
perfect
boring.
Polly.
Cody perfectly scripted.
Okay.
Her
I'm gonna
life.
fall in love.
A
get
writer,
engaged,
a
get
producer.
married, have babies and twins.
A magician.
She just gets everything. She wants to have
that's right.
perfect hair.
That's crazy.
And pretty feet.
I know
And perfect curls.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna address that.
That's what I was gonna say. You ain't got
I'm not
nothing to say.
gonna
Sit on
address
over there in your perfect chair, little
It
girl.
did make me think of something though, because the way when you first phrased the question was about like if it made your parenting any different. That's what I heard first, and then I heard you mention the word commitment, and I realized like, especially like leading Black Love as a brand and like doing Black Love doc and interviews. Like I always say marriage and partnership when I'm referring to marriage.
Yeah.
And commitment is another word too, because like marriage is what, like, it's a religious construct. It's a not political, legal,
It's
right?
legal.
It's like
It's legally
The
binding.
patriarchy.
yeah, like marriage is a piece of paper, but what you're doing within it
Partnership.
is partnership,
Yes.
is commitment, and that extends to parenthood, right? And it extends to like when you're trying to decide, is we whooping them or no?
Yeah.
You know, are we homeschooling or no? Are we, you know, those conversations and the way that you have those conversations come from a place of partnership and commitment
Yep.
and mutual respect. And so regardless whether you have that piece of paper or not, those are the elements that like make it easy or hard.
Yeah, this would be a piece of advice I would give you, because it's just like you start to flash through your whole life sometimes when people are talking and you are so in love, and I feel like that is amazing and beautiful, but sometimes having a baby can be jarring because you see your partner in a very different light, and a lot of it has to do with your hormonal like situation. Where are you hormonally? Do you know what I mean? Like something that was real cute can be real irritating.
I'm almost over an hour last night actually talking about postpartum.
Yeah.
That's good.
Talk about it.
postpartum.
That's
Good.
beautiful though.
Talk about
Talk
everything.
about
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
talked about it because
Yeah.
it's just I do have a past of like depression and anxiety, and I looked at him and I was just like, I don't know how this is gonna show up.
Yeah.
And he said, however it shows up is how we'll go. And like we literally talked about it for like almost an hour, and I was just like, God.
Yeah, but this is a good sign, because the fact that you're talking about it, you're preparing for that to be a possibility, and also just for you, like with a doula, making sure you get those resources and what are the signs of postpartum depression, so that you can know and be on top of that early on, looking at different diets and things that can help with that process. So I think one of those things that's important. But also, I was just going to tell you to give each other grace, because one thing I would redo. Like when I look at how I had my first child versus the last four, I was very like, I wanted everything to be a certain way. And just to me, a perfect mom was just like, I do everything at these timelines and sleep train at this timeline and da-da-da-da-da. But that also caused friction because it didn't allow either of us grace to be like, hey, I'm tired, or hey, I'm hormonal, or I can't show up this way. So that would be the one thing that I would tell you, is that remember, you don't hate your husband, you're tired. That's really what
Or
it is.
do I?
You don't want to divorce.
You don't want a divorce.
Scorpio. Or do I?
do I?
I don't want to eat his head. No. Don't make any major life decisions within the first 2 years of that baby.
That part.
You still love him, girl.
I
You
do.
tired.
Yeah, that part. Yeah.
And also talk about your expectations.
Yeah.
Even if they change, at least y'all are talking about like, are you gonna wake up with the baby? Like, are you gonna wake up when the baby cries and bring him to me to breastfeed? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just
Don't
what
do
you?
that, girl.
Let me tell you something.
I told him the best.
It might change,
No,
but like,
if you're breastfeeding, let me tell you this. I don't care what nobody else says. If you're breastfeeding, you wake up and let him sleep, because then guess what? In the morning, he can take the baby and you can go back to sleep.
I
and
agree.
sleeping.
I'm
What's
just
he
saying,
up for? He ain't
discuss
doing
it.
nothing. Let him sleep, because then you can sleep in.
Noted.
And she's been sleeping in ever since.
Girl,
right.
I haven't made breakfast in like 3 years.
That's right. I might take that
hasn't
note.
seen
And
Brayden
don't
in
change
3
no
years.
diapers either,
I'm
girl.
gonna take that note.
She
Yeah.
also
I
said that
forgot
too.
about that
Yeah,
rule.
Ashley says I don't
Gia
do
changes
I don't do
all the
poo diapers.
Yeah,
for
my
her husband.
I carried them and I had to breastfeed. What are you here for?
Okay, but my point is have the
Call me, girl.
conversation so that y'all don't look up and
Yes.
you're like, why am I
Right.
changing diapers?
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Let me
Let me
right.
tell you,
Right.
I have to tell you something funny. My husband told me when I was pregnant that he did not want to be left alone with our child.
I remember that.
He said this man fixed his face.
I don't want to be left alone.
Very kind,
Sir.
very kind. Love this
He was
man.
being vulnerable.
Like, I literally, there was two modes of me. It was like, do I fight you or do I just be like, oh baby, you're so scared.
He was scared.
Yes.
He was so scared. Let me tell you something. I ended up having an emergency C-section with my first, and I couldn't walk. Guess who held that baby first? Guess who changed that diaper first? Guess who immediately stepped up
Yeah.
and did what they needed to do?
Guess who takes both your kids and ain't never stressed? And we be the ones stressed with our
Stressed
kids.
out.
And that man be like, I'll take them.
I'll take them. Bye. You know, so it's just it's we cannot be held accountable for the
Right.
things that we say on this journey.
Right,
It's
right.
really it's really a learning process, and the communication is every day, and you're changing and you're growing, and so is that baby, and you're going to change with it every
Yeah,
single day.
that's true.
That's one of the biggest things that I think people don't talk enough about is like we too have to change as soon as we feel like, oh, we got it figured out. That baby's going to change again,
Yeah.
especially in the first year.
Yeah.
So be prepared to the changes of life. Be prepared to how life can surprise you as it has.
Girl, as it has.
As it has.
In a
And we're
beautiful
so
way.
happy for
Yes.
you and so happy to have you on here.
Yes.
Y'all make some noise for AD.
Wait, is there anything that you want to share with us? Any website or anything? Your podcast?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yes, girl, you got a
of course,
podcast
of
and it's
course.
juicy.
It's good.
What's the reality? Yes. We're anywhere you can find your podcast.
Okay.
YouTube, everywhere. So every Wednesday there's an episode out
Okay.
now, actually.
Okay.
Yes.
Period. We'll watch that later.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And we can find you
On the socials.
on socials.
Yes.
Yep. Amber Desiree on Instagram and TikTok.
Perfect match. We're her perfect match.
I can't wait to watch this love story. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
yeah.
We
All
love
good
it.
things.
Yes.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Thank
Yes,
This was
thank you.
beautiful.
It was.
Yes.
Thank
If you guys have any questions for the mamas, hit us up at podcasts
With an S.
at blacklove.com, or you could DM us on IG at the Mama's Den Podcast.
And for more Black love stories from family to sisterhood to community, check out blacklove.com.
See you
y'all
next
next
Monday. Bye, AD.